Ireland's boglands stretch across the landscape like vast breathing archives of time. To the untrained eye, they may appear as lonely wastelands of moss and waterlogged earth. But beneath their surface lies a world suspended between life and death. For centuries, bogs have both sustained and terrified communities. They were places of fuel and resource, yet also of mystery and danger. Travelers feared their dark pools, whispered about spirits lurking within, and spoke of strange lights leading the unwary astray. The bog became more than just land. It was a living presence, a keeper of secrets. Unlike ordinary soil, bogs preserve what falls into them. The waterlogged, oxygen-poor environment slows decay to a crawl, turning fragile wood into enduring relics, butter into stone-like lumps, and even human flesh into leathery, ghostly remains. What elsewhere would rot away in weeks can lie undisturbed here for thousands of years. It is this quality that makes the bog a silent time capsule, holding in its depths the story of Ireland's past. To walk upon a bog is to tread on centuries stacked like pages of a book. Every footstep compresses history, the struggles of farmers who cut turf to survive winters, the myths whispered around fires about creatures dwelling beneath the peat, and the voices of kings and warriors whose lives ended in ritual sacrifice. In the bog, Ireland's history is not just remembered, it is entombed. The bogs are not merely landscapes. They are thresholds, places where myth, memory, and matter converge. And as we peer into their depths, we begin to glimpse the outlines of a hidden kingdom that has been waiting to speak. From the depths of Ireland's bogs, some of the most haunting discoveries ever made have emerged. The bog bodies. Perfectly preserved by the peat, these men and women, often thousands of years old, return to us with their skin, hair, and even stomach contents intact. They are not just skeletons, but people, frozen at the moment of death, carrying the marks of violence and ritual. Their survival is a chilling gift from the bog. Take Chronicle Man, uncovered in County Meath. His hair, styled with resin imported from as far as France or Spain, suggests he was a man of high status. Yet he met a brutal end, struck, disemboweled, and left in the bog as though offered to unseen powers. Oldcroghan Man, towering at over 6 feet, bore the marks of wealth and privilege, but also of ritual mutilation before being cast into the mire. These were not casual killings. They were sacrifices, offerings to the gods of the earth, the sky, or the sun, performed at the very threshold between worlds. The bog itself seems to have demanded them. Ancient people believed these landscapes were liminal, standing between the human world and the divine. To give life, wealth, or even human blood to the bog was to maintain balance, to secure harvests, or to appease unseen forces. The bog became both altar and tomb, preserving not only the bodies, but the beliefs of those who placed them there. Today, as we gaze upon their faces, we are confronted by eyes that last opened 2 millennia ago. They are not ghosts, yet they carry the weight of myth. They remind us that Ireland's bogs are not passive lands. They are sacred spaces where life, death, and eternity intersect. The bog does not only preserve the extraordinary, it also protects the ordinary details of life, the fragments of daily survival that would have otherwise vanished. Archaeologists have uncovered farming tools, wooden vessels, and even meals that were lost to time, but saved by the peat's strange chemistry. Each object offers a glimpse into how people lived, worked, and adapted to the land around them. One of the most remarkable finds is bog butter, great lumps of dairy fat, buried in barrels or wrapped in bark. Some of these caches are over 3,000 years old, their surfaces hardened but still recognizably butter. Were they offerings to the gods, or clever storage methods to keep food cool and safe? The bog keeps its secrets, but the butter endures. Even more astonishing are the wooden trackways discovered deep within boglands. These prehistoric roads, carefully laid with planks or woven branches, reveal how communities traversed the watery landscape. They were highways across the mire, connecting settlements, farms, and ritual sites. Some stretch for miles, testifying to an organized society with the will and skill to tame the bog. Everyday tools also lie hidden: wooden spades, paddles, and vessels for carrying water or grain. These items, so fragile that they would crumble anywhere else, survive here almost untouched. Together, they weave a story of a people not merely surviving, but thriving, resourceful, inventive, and deeply connected to their environment. Through these objects, the bog whispers of Ireland's forgotten daily life. Not kings or warriors, but farmers, herders, and families whose hands once worked the land. It is in these small details that we find the true heartbeat of the hidden kingdom. For all their practical uses, the bogs of Ireland were never seen as ordinary landscapes. They were liminal spaces, neither land nor water, neither life nor death. It is no surprise, then, that myth and folklore wrapped themselves tightly around these places, transforming them into realms of mystery and dread. In old stories, strange lights danced across the bog at night, the will-o'-the-wisp, or jack-o'-lantern, said to be spirits leading travelers astray. Those who followed the glow risked sinking into the mire, swallowed whole by the bog's dark embrace. Other tales spoke of banshees wailing across the peatlands, their cries carried on the wind as omens of death. The bog became a stage for the supernatural, a threshold to the other world. Legends also told of treasures hidden within the bogs, placed there by warriors or kings. Some said the gods themselves demanded these offerings, weapons, ornaments, even human lives, to maintain the balance between worlds. In this way, myth and reality blurred. Archaeologists uncovering gold torques, swords, or bog bodies are often walking straight into the stories passed down for generations. For the rural communities who lived nearby, the bog was both a provider and a peril. Turf could heat homes, yet its waters could claim the unwary. Cautionary tales warned children to keep their distance, reminding them that the bog was alive, aware, and watching. Even today, when machines cut deep into the peat, echoes of these legends remain. The bog is still spoken of in hushed tones, its mists and silence inspiring the same awe as they did 1,000 years ago. It is a place where Ireland's folklore takes root, and where the veil between myth and memory grows thin.